Okay, so Vegies to Door is a small local Canberra business. Our inspiration came from our son Ryan. He was born with a genetic disorder called PKU. He's unable to break down protein properly, so basically his main source of diet is fruit and vegetables. So that's how it sort of came about. I was determined to make sure he had the freshest, tastiest fruit and veg around, so that he would enjoy his meals, because I couldn't afford for my boy to grow up with a dislike of veggies like many kids do. And so this became my mission. You would see me at the markets once, maybe twice a week, trying to get the best veggies I could find for him. And with two little ones to drag around at the same time, it was in the back of my mind thinking, surely somebody could do this for me and deliver it to my door. So when it came time for my boys to start school, I was faced with going back to work, and not something I was very excited about. So the idea of delivering home fresh fruit and veggies to homes suddenly became something that we should do. So I thought, well, we could get Ryan's fresh veggies straight up from the markets, and at the same time we could deliver these same amazing fresh veggies to families around Canberra. So from my experience with Ryan, was that I'm certain that kids, when they grow up developing a dislike for fruit and vegetables, it's simply because that they're not really that fresh, and they don't have any taste, they're bland. Even I would say yuck to that. So we needed fresh fruit and veggies for our boys. I'd worked in IT before and had always wanted my own website. And my husband Will had previously run a business delivering liquor to all the restaurants around Canberra, so it seemed like a good idea, right? So Will was very good with customer contact, which is, I say call having a chat. He loves to have a chat, and I think that's one of the main reasons that some of our customers stay loyal. They just really love that Will makes the deliveries, and they relate well to him. So all this made perfect sense to me. It's like, okay, so this is what Vegies to Door was built on. We bought a van, we built a website, and we opened, within a few weeks, we opened our business. And I think sometimes you've just got to do it. The only difference between starting Vegies to Door and all the other ideas I had had over the years was that I knew exactly why I wanted to do this and why I wanted to make it happen. And it was so important to me that nothing was going to stand in my way this time. I didn't want to go back to a job, so I would have to ask a boss, could I go and see a school play? I didn't want to have to, feel guilty if my boys were sick and I wanted to stay home. So I wanted to be my own boss more than anything, so I could be the type of mum to my boys that I wanted to be. So I think it's that kind of commitment you have to your own why, that you need to bring an ambitious idea into reality. And so that's how Vegies to Door came about. And I think if there was one piece of advice that I was given that has helped us get started and then helped us stick through it when, time and time again, when you sort of thought, I might give up on this, was being able to recognise the terror barrier, or what it was told to me to be called, for what it is. So the terror barrier strikes sort of just after you get out of your comfort zone and you start getting those little nagging voices that say, who you think you are, why do you think you can do this, blah, blah, blah. If you start up, you might go broke, those sorts of things. So suddenly you hit the wall and you find yourself retreating back to your comfort zone where it's not really comfortable, but it's familiar and it's safe. So little do you know though, if you were to push that little bit harder, you would be going right through to where the magic happens. So if you learn to recognise the terror barrier for what it is, it's simply growing pains. We all experience it. You have faith in yourself, you pray a lot, and you tell yourself to push through because something wonderful is about to happen. So where to from here? Where to from here? Well, we want to grow more in the Canberra region. We're 6 years old now, but we're really just starting to get a bit of momentum behind us. It's taken sort of that long to sort of get it going. Our Facebook page has tripled in the last year, so the word of mouth is really starting to spread. So we want to increase our product range that we have available. We don't just have fruit and veg. I'll go through a few of the things that we do have in the moment. But for our customers, we want to create a shopping experience that they can be proud of. So by shopping with us, our customers know that they're buying quality Australian produce, and that they're also supporting other local businesses, family businesses, small businesses, not just ours. Our dairy products come from Country Valley Milk, a dairy farm in Picton, just 2 hours from Canberra. Our small goods come from a long-standing local business, Balsmally Small Goods, who source their products from Cara and Young. Our pure 100% Australian honey comes from Clayridge Honey, a family-owned beekeeping business in Basin View. Our coffee is from Gingerbar Coffee, another long-standing family-run business in the Canberra region. So we want to basically create for our customers a kind of old-fashioned experience, similar to when your grandparents would go around to all the separate shops. They'd go to the produce person, they'd go to the butcher, the milk would be delivered. But instead of having to spend the time going around all those shops now that people just don't have, they could shop online with us in around 10 minutes, knowing from the comfort of their lounge chair, knowing that they have, supported local businesses in doing so.